What is up, guys? So, I have updated the save game a little bit. I went ahead and finished up some of the farms over here that are off in the distance and added some more fields that are there in real life. So, fenced in this pasture area. This is a horse farm. So, I went ahead and added that a little bit. So this area is done, and then started working on this hobby farm too. Got this all fenced in. It's quite a large pasture here, but this should make the farming in this area a little bit nicer. Added another field over here. This is kind of a CRP slot. All the way over here, and then these two fields are kind of randomly placed along the creek, so you can buy this chunk of land as well. So surprisingly, adding these fences literally takes forever, like a couple hours just to do that simple little thing. And then we also picked up a new little green machine. If you guys follow my Facebook and Instagram, you probably already know what it is. And also I'm using the developer version of Seasons Mod off of GitHub. It's been updated quite a bit, fixed some bugs since the one he released. For the contest. So we picked up this beautiful green machine, 8960. Wide duals. We also picked up the 9-shank 2100 ripper. So fire this baby up. Really like this thing. He has the fogs. Looks like it's kind of foggy. Not too sure if I like that or not, but for the most part, it looks pretty cool. And then you can get a bigger version of this engine configuration as well. So this is the smaller of the two. Has a pretty beefy sound. Got the whole axle, drive shaft going. So this thing is gonna be our main tillage tractor. It's a little overkill. We don't really need anything this big, but why not have it, you know? Kind of makes me want to build a 10-furrow moldboard plow, you know? Really make this thing work. So the area looks a lot nicer now that I put in these two farms. Gonna buzz down here. So essentially, this field we're coming up to buy here, field 41, it's fresh out of CRP. So we're gonna buy it, rip it up. Nice thing with these bushes is that I can actually, they disappear when I plow, so. So we'll get it out, we'll buy this field. I don't think it's that expensive, to be honest. Yeah, 21 grand for 2 hectares. Whatever that is, pretty close to 5 acres, I think it is. So now we'll be able to till this up. I don't know, there's just something about these old boxy tractors that is pretty cool. So we're gonna, okay, we have crate fields on. Gonna lower this guy. We got our 4-wheel drive activated. And we're just gonna give her. So you'll see these bushes disappear when I plow them, so it's a nice feature of, you can have the kind of like bushes, but you can also get rid of them when you're creating fields, so. This thing just looks beefy. So you can actually get a few different configurations with this tractor. You can get 22-inch spacing, 30-inch spacing, row crops, or you can get singles or dual. I elected to go with the duals. I forget what the tillboard is on these, but anyways, so you can still see the pasture here, all the fencing along the creek here. We're just kind of working a headland right now. Working width of 7 meters. So we don't want to go into the neighbor's land. I'm going to try to get a nice clean pull right up this. Drop the plow down. So this will be a pretty decent field once we did prepped, ready to go. I know in Wisconsin a lot of people put their land into CRP, you know, 10 or 20 years. My parents, they own 100 acres of woods, and for some reason you can put that into crop production, crop protection program. So they put that on our woods, so they don't have to pay anything in land property tax for it. I have to use my diff locks. Yeah, Born to Farm. They use equipment. You know, I think they use this and maybe the big one. I'm not sure, but basically the same tractor. Pull a big Kraus. Tractor is private. It's, I'm sure a lot of you know who it is. Raphael. He works with Julian for Big Boss Modding. So this is his little project. I believe he plans on keeping it private. You know, just sharing amongst a few friends. So. But you never know. He changes his mind all the time. But definitely a fan. I give it an A+. I need to put in some of the interactive scripting. It's all set up. Everything's separated, and origins are prepared for proper interactive. So I think we're gonna do another headland. I think. Screw it. No, people that we share with don't leak mods. I mean, the odds of this thing getting out there is, I would say, slim to none, but he's been known to release mods after a while. I would say give it 6 months. So this ripper is making this tractor work 4 miles an hour. We got our 4-wheel drive engaged, our diff locks, making this baby work. I haven't added the terrain angle shader that allows you to have a little bit smoother turning with the field terrain, but it messes with the GPS, so I really like having 90-degree cuts with the GPS and everything like that. So probably won't add that to this just yet. View of our farm. I'm actually going to reduce my shutter speed to about 7 so I can take turns easier. So I know virtually nothing about this style of tractor this year. Pretty much the only... I just started to watch, what is it, Born to Farm's YouTube channel, and they pretty much have 1 or 2 of these things. And it's just funny, I started watching that like a month or two ago, and then Raphael comes out with this beautiful beast. It'd be cool if you can actually put your land into like a crop protection program. Let's say you have money for land, but you kind of get sick of farming it, and you don't want to till all the acres. Then the game would like lock that field for like a season or two. Give you a little bit of money. So I'm actually curious, like what, here it is. We're running the 8960, it's rated at 400 horsepower, the 70's 450. It's single wheels, twin wheels, that's what we're running right now. We're running a PTO joint as well, and then the extra mirrors, so you know, we basically have 12,000 in upgrades on our tractor. The bigger one costs you 25,000. I'm not too sure if 150,000 is correct for that mod. Oh, apparently you can get triples. You get singles, twins, 20 duals, 22 triples, 30-inch triples. Interesting. Wow, we have a pretty decent crowd watching right now, 91 people. Pretty decent for a Thursday. I actually started modeling a 9750 STS combine, but I sent the model to Raphael because he wanted to finish it, so, and I kind of lost motivation on it, so hopefully he gets some decent progress on that. I just managed to get all the side panelings and a little bit of the cab built. But it'd be nice to run something like that with either a 6 or 8 row corn header and probably a 35 foot draper. Kind of go with the same cab year as this tractor. Actually, I'm not sure if this is a 90 or an 80. What year this is. An S700 Deere combine. We'll just put another decal on Julian's S600s. They're exactly the same. Alright, I'm gonna start using a GPS here. The only way you can get away with putting a 60-foot draper on a STS combine, I'm assuming you're talking about a 9750, is if your yield is essentially non-existent. I don't think it's designed to handle that much. Or maybe if you creep along at 1 or 2 miles an hour. Whoa. I'm not sure if I like this, what is it, dynamic terrain or whatever terrain mod Giants release. It just doesn't really work with their physics. Acts all goofy. So the neighbor's got some interesting fields set up here. Just a little hobby farm, but still. I personally like green over the red, although I do like the older MX Magnums. So we bought this field and then field 17, so I think we're probably close, if not over 200 acres right now, farmable land, so I'll have to take a peek at that and figure it out. We're managing a little over 11 grand a day from our milk cows, so it's keeping the cash flow going. I'm not going to be planting. I don't have a planter. I don't own a planter yet. I might finish up plowing, do a little mowing. See how far we get till I get a little bored with it. So I think this is the first time I've ever ran any kind of old John Deere equipment before. Just need a well-modeled planter, combine, old plow, 10 bottom plow or something like that. Unfortunately, no, there isn't any decent 1770s out. That's on the list of things to make, for sure. There's a couple Lego built ones out there. I mean, I guess they do the job, but this rig is making quick work of this little field. Pick up this last little bit. So that's pretty much it for tillage for now. Neighbor's lights are on. How much fuel we burn? Oh, basically nothing. Done using that beast. Now we're gonna run over and we're gonna fly over basically. So we picked up this field last time as well. It's a pretty large hay field. This is 4755. It's pretty dirty. I personally like opening the doors and windows. So we're in field 17 right now. Still have a lot of fields to map in and everything like that, but so far I'm making some decent progress in this northeast corner. So our field ends like right So these bushes, you can't mow them. You can only get rid of them by plowing them. So good or bad, I'm not sure. I should use courseplay to get the edges. So this field, let's see here. If I were to calculate this, get a decent view of the field. It's kind of awkward. Not too bad. I'm not gonna use it, but it'd be nice to follow along with that map. I was supposed to I want to see how big this was. So 3.1 hectares. Whatever that turns out to be in acres. Probably close to 7 acres or something like that. One nice thing about 17 is the way the grass, there's different colors in grass. So it's kind of neat how they did that with the shader. Between the blue, white, red, and yellow grass. So we got some big birch trees. I'm not too sure if I'm a fan of the birch, to be honest. I think I need to put in some smaller ones. I think these are too big. Maybe not. That's kind of bugging me. I'm not sure how far I'm going to get on this field. I doubt I'm going to finish it before I'll give myself 15 minutes. I'd be streaming for an hour. So I think this might be our new biggest hayfield. It's either this or 28. I think this one might be slightly a little larger. I think we're gonna have plenty of hay by the end of this. I see some people are talking about the platinum add-on that's coming out, and personally I don't really care, but I belong to a couple of different Facebook groups, and there's a lot of Brazilians and stuff like that that are really into the whole sugarcane harvesting, so I'm sure they're thrilled. The rest of us probably don't really care. GPS is such a lifesaver. Steering with a keyboard sucks. I don't know if 3-head lands is enough to turn around, so might as well do one more. I'm so used to the keyboard and mouse at this point that I don't think I could change my controller setup without it feeling uncomfortable, unnatural. So keyboard and mouse it is. That should be good to turn around now. I might as well turn on the lights. Pretty freaking cloudy out. Alright guys, I've been streaming for about an hour, and I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Anyways, I know a lot of you guys were watching tonight, so thanks for tuning in.